Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Um, as of last video, as you saw, we got Jacob's sheep and summer is here. Please forgive us for not uploading any videos lately. I've been dealing with lots of seasonal allergies, so it's been hard, but we wanted to try something new and we decided to shear our own sheep. Uh, why? Why would we do that? Okay, well, first of all, we did look into somebody shearing our sheep for us here locally, and that's quite pricey. Um, so we waited a little bit, trying to decide whether we wanted to try shearing by hand, but luckily we were not luck but just we were blessed to um, find a cookie. I'm trying to make a video. I'm trying to make a video, man. What are you doing? You're interrupting. um we were very blessed to find some shears that the previous owners of the house lived here, up in the shed. So I told Anthony, I think those shears work. Let's try them out and see if we can shear the sheep on our own. And so we did. We went to go try the shears, and they were perfectly working. So we used the generator and we set up under a tree, and we watched a couple videos of shearing sheep, and it looks a lot easier than it really is, let me tell you. There were a couple nips in their skin, unfortunately, um, because we are learning and we are new at this. We tried our best to be very careful. We actually took a long time to get the sheep done because we were going very slow. But let me tell you, it's just so it's something new. Like, you can watch it on video, but once you're there doing it and you're dealing with a living animal, it's not as easy as you think. The people that we watch, they have like years of experience, and they've been taught by somebody to do it. We were doing it by just watching videos. And you look at the sheep and they look a certain way when they have all that wool, but once you start to shear, you it's like exposing a whole new different like animal, just because their body contours different than how they actually look with the wool on. Their skin is very very thin, like figuring out like their anatomy, making sure where their bag for the dose was, making sure that we were gonna like cut a teeth off or anything like that. So we had to be very careful. And we were obviously, like, we've seen the babies and I've seen the bags because I've helped the babies like I get latched onto the bag to the teeth when they were born. But the thing is, we never seen a ram, and we found that the anatomy of a ram, of a male sheep, is not what we expected. Here's the story. It's very hard to tell a story because We love our animals and we really try our best to keep them happy, keep them, safe. Here's what happened. We almost cut off Abram's pee off. It was horrible. It was horrible to go through that. As we were trying to like clear everything off and like I was holding on to his testicles, and as we're trying to figure out where his pee is, Anthony had already like tried to shear off like part of the belly, and unfortunately he nipped him a little bit and cut him. And as soon as we noticed that, it was like, oh, there it is, and it's bleeding, and he cut off like a little piece of the edge of the tip. It was horrible. It took us a while to wrap our head around what we had just done, because we were totally not expecting his his pee to be so high up on his belly. And we never seen, a ram like that. Like, and we were new to sheep, where we just didn't know. So immediately I ran to go get antiseptic, and we sprayed it on him immediately. Thankfully, it wasn't as bad as it sounds. Sheep actually heal really quickly, and it wasn't like it didn't cut any of his important parts of the inside of his pee or anything like that. Like, he could still pee. In fact, we saw him peeing soon after we stopped shearing him, because we just kind of like, okay, finish him off as best as we could. We didn't even want to touch him anymore, to be honest. After that, we felt so horrible. We were so discouraged in that moment, but then we had to remind ourselves to be gracious with ourselves, because we are just, we're learning, we're hands-on. Accidents happen, and after going on and reading about it, because we feel so bad, and we're like, you know what, next time maybe we just pay somebody to do it, because we clearly suck at this. And then after hearing some farmers say, okay, this happens even to the best shears. Like, it happens. Get a wrinkle or something like that, and they get cut. So that made us feel like a little better. And people told us to don't be discouraged. It happens even to the best, even to the professional shears. It happens. Accidents happen, and he will be okay. And this is a learning opportunity and learning lesson for us. And we now know where the anatomy of the animal, and we will take that into consideration and account next time we try shearing our sheep. So yeah, it was hard. It was a lot of work. And we only sheared 3 of them.
That was a little crazy. Took us an hour. Yeah. All right, Rose. Up, Rose. Up, Rose. Up. Oh my God. Oh my goodness, look at her. Look at her. Not too bad. Not too bad. Not too bad. Oh man. almost had her.
Well, that was our experience shearing sheep for the first time, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope that it was encouraging if you are a beginner like we are, that hey, mistakes happen and it's not easy. Don't forget to be gracious with yourselves and with others that are learning. If you are experienced, be kind, be nice, share the knowledge. You don't have to like badges on the head after seeing this. We know it hurts, and we love our sheep, and we're learning. So please be gracious to us and be gracious to others. If you are learning, be gracious with yourselves. Don't be super harsh on yourselves, and learn from the experience. Don't make the same mistake twice, hopefully, and keep trying. Keep trying.
Well, we did it. Dahlia, Rose, and Abraham are done. I think Dahlia and Abraham are the worst looking ones. But it's okay. We got it done.
You gonna come?
Bailey got sapped.